Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Big Sports Network here on another cloud-free but chilly Friday night as we proudly bring you to our high school football game of the week as the Northwest Halifax Vikings prepare to take on the Northampton County Jaguars here in Gaston, North Carolina. Again, we're proud to bring you another contest tonight, and this is Marquise Jones here with you in the booth. And tonight, my podcast partner is going to be Mr. Coach D. How's it going, Coach?
I'm doing all right. Great to be back with Big Sports once again.
And it's good to have you back as we're here for the Jaguars on their homecoming night as the Jaguars and their Jaguars faithful look on for their Jaguars to bring in another victory night against Northwest Halifax Vikings as they come off a 52-12 thrashing of Columbia. But the Jaguars themselves coming off a big victory, 70-6 over the Southeast Trojans. So, Coach D, for tonight's game, who are we looking for the Center for Energy keys to the game tonight?
For Northwest, coming off a big win, their first win of the season, just want to see the growth of the team. They took some tough early losses, but you've seen the growth for the past couple of games. This is a big test for them tonight, but just want to see under the tutelage of first-year coach Tyrone Hartgrove, see how they respond after a big win last week for their homecoming. And for Northampton has been, this is not the typical Northampton team we've seen in the past couple of years, but they was able to rebound after a couple of tough losses the past couple of weeks, and then able to get a big win. So now we're looking to see can they round into form as they get to the home stretch of the season.
And tonight we have a special guest with us, and not here in the booth, but out on the sideline I have Mr. Justin Hayes, and he's going to bring some of his keys to the game for tonight for us here on the Big Sports Network.
All right, guys, good evening. And talking to Northampton County head coach George Privet pregame, the message was pretty succinct. Ground and pound and get this thing over with. So we'll see how that plays out over the next 12 minutes. On the other sideline, Northwest Halifax intends to debut something tonight that no one's seen. So, Coach, look for a steady dose of the double wing as we get things underway. Back to y'all.
So we're going to thank Mr. Hayes there for a great update there as they prepare for the Star Spangled Banner here, and this is the Big Sports Network.
You don't have time to get sick and you don't plan on getting hurt. Despite your best efforts, germs are shared and accidents happen, and usually at the worst possible time. But Halifax Works Healthcare Express is here to help. We're open 6 days a week, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Let us help you get back in the game, back to your family, and back to life. Feel better faster at Halifax Works Healthcare Express.
So right now we have the field. We have the flag being brought out for tonight here in Gaston, North Carolina on the Big Sports Network. It's for a tradition here, especially on homecoming night. The Star Spangled Banner is about to be performed with the flag coming across the field. And we have the Jaguars in their teal uniforms tonight, Coach D. Those same teal uniforms I talk about every week. But we'll be back to action here on the Big Sports Network.
Keeping your office running is more than just pens, paper, and ink. It's about having what you need when you need it. With over 100,000 items available, Lynch's Office Supply is sure to have what you need. And if it's not already in the store, it's usually available in just one day. That's Lynch's Office Supply in Roanoke Rapids. Hometown service, superstore prices.
Tradition, leadership, community. Serving over 3,000 student athletes hailing from historically black colleges and universities, we are the CIAA. Established in 1912, the first African-American collegiate conference in the U.S., the third highest ranked NCAA basketball tournament in the nation. It's more than a game. Each year we raise over $1.5 million to support our athletes and impact our communities. That's the CIAA tradition. Come live the legacy.
Ooh, Brad, check it out.
There's a variety of pairs.
This could be a song about home insurance.
Oh, with Nationwide, you can save up to 20% by bundling your home and auto insurance.
Bundling home and auto. 2 songs in one. What do you call that, a crossover?
No, it's more of a mashup.
Yeah, mashup. You see, that's why we're a great band.
We're not a band.
Yes, we are. We are a band. I am in a band.
Welcome back to the Big Sports Network. The Star Spangled Banner has been performed, the lights are set, and we're getting ready for kickoff here as the Jaguars are preparing to take on the Vikings of Northwest Halifax. And the fans are slowly starting to pour in here as it's homecoming night. Another homecoming night for us here, Coach D. You know, what are you looking forward to in this game and the festivities of homecoming tonight?
Well, you know, they're going to put on a show, and they got the tent. The Northampton Jags have the tent on the far end zone right there. They're going to be running out of it. I'm interested to see. Well, they pull out the smoke machine. We don't see smoke machines a lot anymore. I was actually at Halifax Academy last week, and they had the fire extinguishers going. It looked like I thought it was going to be a bonfire out there. The way they had about 5 or 6 fire extinguishers going, but it's going to be a great atmosphere. Every homecoming is a great thing when your former players and alumni can come home and check out the football team, a winning football team at that. So
we have the Jaguars that are preparing to come onto the field, and if you hear the purge anthem in the background, you are hearing it correctly as the Jaguars are hyping themselves up for tonight's contest and looking to get the fans involved early with the hype here. And it's always good to see some kind of hype in this tradition of homecoming for these guys, especially the senior players performing in their last homecoming game tonight. These guys are coming into this game with a lot of intensity, a lot of heart. They're showing already as they come out of the tunnel prepared to take on this team. And Coach D, it's a lot of hype already as you hear the fans going in and hear them letting their voices be heard.
Yeah, that is true, and the guys are running out right now, looking to make a statement on a homecoming night. Looking good in those teal uniforms tonight. And like I said, we're gonna have some fun tonight. It's a little chilly out here tonight.
Oh yeah, it's getting a little chilly. When we first arrived on the scene, it was we were approached with sunny skies, but the sun has now set and the temperature has now cooled. But we're still hot here, ready for football action.
Yes, and these guys, they're going to set to kick this thing off. We got another night of high school football, and I'm glad to be back with you guys after last week. You guys did a phenomenal job last week, by the way. It's good to hear you guys do so well. Marquise, I got to commend you, sir. You are the voice now. Call you the voice. You are the voice of big sports now.
Thank you, sir. But it's always good to have you back in the booth as we prepare for this kickoff that's going to be brought to you by Givers Insurance of Running Rapids, your nationwide insurance agent. As the Vikings prepare to receive the ball on the initial kickoff of the game.
And set to receive that kick, you got in the back, you got number 1, Mr. Birdie Squire. Birdie Squire back there. And you got, I believe that's number 32 back there as well. That's going to be Amarion Brown set to receive the kick.
So interesting to see here, the starting quarterback for the Vikings actually preparing to receive the kickoff on this one.
And he's a phenomenal athlete. He's a 3-sport athlete for the Vikings. He's a phenomenal basketball player and also a phenomenal pitcher for the baseball team. So he's an athlete that can get in space, and he was able to run a kickback last week for a touchdown. And there's the kick, onside kick. And the Vikings recover right on the 50.
So the Vikings are going to start their drive, their first opening possession of the game at the 50-yard line with their starting quarterback being hurt coming into this game, and that's what brings Mr. Squire back, Mr. Birdie Squire back to being under center for the Vikings. Him coming back into this role of quarterback after making a switch to wide receiver. How do you project his what do you have your expectations for him tonight?
Well, he was a starting quarterback coming into the season, but then they found something in Davis. Davis is an athlete that we need to be watching for the next couple of years. But there's a double wing.
Under center on the double wing here. The pitch is going to go off to number 12. We're going to be stopped immediately in the backfield for a big loss there by the Jaguars. So this Jaguars defense coming out early strong with a big play.
And right there, that was Mr. Bethea right there on the tackle, number 13. And I tell you with this wing, because I learned this with Coach Stewart, you got to be ready to go. When you send that man in motion, you get the pitch, you got to be ready to go. But they're trying to go sideline. They're trying to get to that sideline right now. And Northampton defense was able to attack that and get loss of yards.
And that carry there was going to come in the form of Mr. Alexston on that play. And I actually got an opportunity to talk to him before this game. But we're going to have Squire. He's going to hand this one off, and then we're going to have a run to the left side of the field, but going to be brought down again to another big loss on that play.
And right there, they tried to run the jet coming the other way, able to stop there. And that run was by number 7, Kayvon Burgess. Kayvon Burgess is a freshman. He's a freshman. But I tell you this, a little quick story about him. I had a chance of coaching him in midget. He's going to be in the next couple of years. He's one of the guys we're going to be talking about, like we talk about the guys from Northampton.
And on that stop there was the quarterback for the Jaguars, Kwame Pitt, on that play. No, excuse me, Zion Kendall on that play, as he comes in for another big play from the Jaguars defense. And we have a long third down here for the Vikings. They take the snap. Brady's going to drop back for the pass. He finds a man down the field. He's going to launch it. Is that one going to be intercepted on the sideline?
Yeah, that's
going to be an interception on the sideline there for the Jaguars. So this defense of the Jaguars looking good pretty early.
And I don't know what Birdie was seeing right there. He was rolling out and nobody was there. I don't know if he was trying to get it out of bounds, but great job by the defense right there to get an interception. And they're in Viking territory to get the ball.
So the Jaguars defense coming out looking pretty stout, with a great stop on the rushing attack from the Vikings, and then stopping the Vikings through the air with the interception there from the defense. As they now prepare on this 1st and 10 attempt in great starting field position, coming out wishbone formation. Kendall's going to take the snap, hand it off straight up the middle, but it's going to be stopped for a quick gain of about 4 yards in the play.
And right there with that short run, that was Samaje Mitchell, top 5 player in the Roanoke Valley. But a great job by the defense, able to attack, get downhill, and stop him for a short gain.
So that's going to actually be a gain of about two yards on that play. As the Jaguars come back out on a second about 8. The crowd continues to pour in. Wishbone formation here. Kendall's going to keep this one himself. Fake the handoff, but he's going to go for about another 1.5 yards on that one. He's stopped by the Vikings on that play.
And that was Darius Griffin. I believe he's one of the linebackers right there, able to get in on the play, make a good tackle on Kendall, because we've seen Kendall for the past couple of years. When he plants his feet and he's a little shifty, he can make something happen. But a great job right there by Griffin.
The Jaguars here coming up on their first third down of the game. Looking to pick up this first down here. It's going to send this crowd rocking and get some momentum. They're going their way as Kendall takes the snap. He's going to keep this one himself. Keep going to the left. He's still on his feet for a big gain, and he's still mustering to the left side of the field, and he's going to go inside the 10-yard line on that one.
Yeah, and I believe there was a flag on the play. Anything late like that might be a block in the back right there. Late call. We'll see what the call is right here. Yeah, blocking the back.
You have a block in the back on the field that's going to go against the Jaguars and negate a big run there from quarterback Zion Kendall on the play.
Yeah, so that's going to bring it back. But as I was stating right then on the previous play, if you let Zion Kendall get out of space, he's one of the more quicker guys we've seen in the Roanoke Valley, able to plant a foot and get upfield.
First down, Jaguars.
First down here for the Jaguars. They're going to be brought back, but nonetheless still have a big gain there, and that's going to bring us to our first GWHucksinsurance.com first down. As Kendall and the Jaguars prepared to take their first snap on this first down play. Kendall's going to pitch this one off, and this is going to go to the right side of the field with the running room and going to be brought down for about 5 on the game.
Robinson with the carry.
And right there, it looked like Robinson just kind of tripped on his own foot right there, because he had the sideline and he was hitting it. He had the block in front of him right there. And he's another guy who's finally kind of getting himself back up to 100% right now. He's been hobbling injuries basically for the past month or so. So if he's able to get healthy as he gets to the home stretch right there, he's a home run hitter.
And again on that play, Robinson did appear to have some running room, a lot of green in front of him, but getting tripped up on his feet. We'll have a 2nd and short here for the Jaguars as they come out here. Going to take the snap, hand this one off straight over the middle. He's going to pick up the first down on the play.
Samaje Mitchell with the carry.
And that's Mitchell right there. Just basically a power play to your right side. Able to pick up good yards. Great touchdown saving tackle right there by Darius Griffin once again for the Vikings.
So another GWHucksinsurance.com first down for the Jaguars. as they're now threatening to score inside the red zone. That's going to be brought to you by White Motors Inc. of Grand Rapids. Kendall's lining up on the center, looking for a push here to get into the end zone on the Jaguars. As the snap is going to go straight up the middle. They're going to be stopped shy of the end zone. So a great hold up there by the Vikings defense.
And right there, in make a play right there. I believe that was number, as we're trying to get a number, that was number 34 for the Vikings right there. Able to get in, and a host of other Vikings. What do you want to see? You get one guy to the ball, and the rest of the blue hats were there, so able to stop him.
We're going to have a second and really short here for the Jaguars. And they're going to look, what do you expect here on this play, Coach?
You give it to Mitchell.
Handoff is going to go, this is going to be a keeper by Kendall. He's going to drive forward. They're going to mark him just shy of the touchdown. And they're going to give him the touchdown. We have the first touchdown of the night for the Jaguars on a rush from Zion Kendall to bring our score to 6-0. With 7 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
And what you saw right there, just basically the option play, able to fake the dive inside, able to keep it around, able to reach for the power line like they do in the NFL and score. So got 6-0 early in the ball game.
So an early athletic play there from Kendall, stretching into the end zone for the touchdown as the Jaguars prepare to go for 2 here on this play. Kendall on the center. Going to send a man in motion, take the snap, hand it off to Samaje Mitchell up the middle, and it's going to be a 2-point conversion for the Jaguars. Now bringing our score to 8-0 as the Jaguar fans are now on their feet. We can hear them now in the booth, and they're doing a great job here putting on for their Jaguars players.
Yeah, so great job right there, able to get the interception, able to drive down the field. Even though they had the block in the back, they still able to capitalize after that one big penalty. So let's see how the Vikings respond.
Talking to Coach Hargrove earlier, he said he's going to be look at his senior leadership. So looking for his senior plays on this offense to be able to do something for him as they prepare to receive this kickoff that's going to be brought to you by Gibbons Insurance of Running Rapids, your nationwide insurance agent. The Vikings prepare to receive this one after an early touchdown from the Jaguars. We're going to have an onside kick attempt that's bumped as the ball appears to be on the ground and has a pile over the top of it. The refs are trying to figure out what's going on under that pile.
I saw the ball on the ground, so the Vikings are able to recover right there. And I'm going to tell you what they're doing. They're picking one guy, and they're going to kick it to him every single time. So there has to be a coaching adjustment. If you see this second straight kick, he's kind of had bobble right there. So the Vikings able to recover and kind of dodge a big blow right there.
So lucky enough for the Vikings, they're able to get down on that one again, starting pretty good field position at about we're going to call that one about the 40. We're going to get that one about the 48-yard line. As the Vikings prepare to come on and respond early to a quick 8 points by the Jaguars offense. Shotgun formation here. Squire catching his reads from his coach. He's going to take the snap, look back to pass, but he's going to keep this one himself and go to the right side of the field. He's going to be pushed out of bounds, shy of the 50-yard line.
And what you basically just saw a quarterback draw right there. But the one thing I say, you gotta be able to block that thing up front. You gotta send some blockers that way. He kind of just ringing free to the outside and being 5 to 7 yards deep in that shotgun. You're trying to run a draw like that. You gotta have blocking up front. You gotta be able to get upfield. So he actually lost yards on that.
So that's going to be another loss on that play. And the first rushing plays from the Vikings have all gone for losses. As they come out again here in the shotgun formation. The Jaguars maybe looking to bring some pressure on this play. Squire takes a snap, gives a pass, and that was going to be intercepted again by Najee Newsome. He's still on his feet, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds.
And what you saw right then, under distress, Birdie Squire has no time. He rolls out, and he just saw a white shirt and threw it. Najee Newsome able to come across, intercept the ball, go down the sideline. Thought he was going to score, but able to push out of bounds right there. But Jags take over.
And we've seen so far a lot of big plays, 2 big plays from 2 of the starting players on the offensive side of the ball. Zion Kendall and Najee Newsome there coming up with the interception as the Jaguars are now in red zone territory, which is going to be brought to you by White Motors Inc. of Roanoke Rapids.
And let's see how the Vikings – I want to see the mindset and the body language of the Vikings. How do they respond after 2 big turnovers?
So we have wishbone formation here for the Jaguars. Kendall takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off to his man in the backfield as he pushes to the right side of the field, and he's going to go across the goal line for another touchdown there for the Jaguars.
And what you saw right there, Eric Robinson at his best. That's why he's one of the best players in the Roanoke Valley, able to get the toss, able to plant his foot, get upfield, had good blocking up front for him, able to hit the power line, another touchdown for the Jags.
So 2 quick scores is going to bring this deficit to it. It's going to be a 2-score deficit here early for the Vikings, which is unfamiliar territory for them, as last week they jumped out early to a big lead. And another 2-point conversion attempt here for the Jaguars. Wishbone formation. Kendall takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off again, and this one's going to be stopped.
Yeah, he's short. That's
so
right.
That one's going to be marked short. So a good attempt there from the Vikings defense as they hold this to a 14-0 lead for the Jaguars.
And what you're seeing right now, they made a conscious effort. Of course, we know the Jags, they like to run the football. They're trying to assert their will, and they're basically, and I'll tell you this, I'll tell you what some of the Jags players said, because they like to talk to Coach D. They basically said they're trying to put up a big number like they put up against Southeast. They're trying to make it known that these past couple of weeks has been flukes because they lost some tough ball games. We were at the North Edgecombe game. You know, we've seen them kind of stumble a little bit down the stretch. So they're trying to assert themselves and get themselves possibly ready for another playoff run.
So we're lining up again for another kickoff. That's going to be brought to you by Givens Insurance of Roanoke Rapids, your nationwide insurance agent. And we're calling their name a lot as we have 2 early kickoffs here from the Jaguars, putting up points quick on this Vikings defense. When an onside kick attempt, and this was muffed again, but it's going to be picked up there by that's going to be Alexton Andrew on the recovery there. Was that the same guy that muffed it again?
And that's what I'm saying. The adjustment has to be made. That's why you have coaches on the sideline. They're kicking it right to 55 every time. And he's a lineman and he's having trouble on it. That's why when you notice anytime they want an onside kick, you put some hand guys on there, especially if they're going to one guy. Coach P is telling them, let's kick it to him. Let's see if he can make a play. Let's see if he can hold on to the ball. And we've seen him kind of muff it a little bit every time.
And that's proven to be a great strategy so far as he's struggling on that onside recover, but we have the Vikings line up here in the shotgun formation. After having nothing going for their offense, look to change it here. Snap's going to be fumbled. But that one's going to be picked up there again by the Vikings. So another fumble early. But that was going to actually picked up by the Jaguars on that play.
So let's just put it out there. This is a young football team. The Vikings are a young football team. They're in a primetime Friday night football game. They've heard big sports is going to be here. They've seen the lights. It's homecoming. This is a big time for them. This is where you grow up. You have to go through the learning process in order to get to where the Jags have been the past couple of years.
And on that last play, it looked like Alexton Andrew got back on it, but I guess the ball there a little slippery for him as the Jaguars get the possession there, get another turnover there, and they're lined up again in great starting field position as that offense comes back out. Can understand and takes the snap. He's going to drop back for the pass. He's going to go deep down the field. That's going to be a little short pass, but it's going to be caught there for the Jaguars. Is another big game for this offense.
First down, Jaguars.
Yeah, and right there too. Great job for Mr. Holland. I like Mr. Holland. He's a big third baseman, big catcher for the Jags baseball team. But anyway, we're in football. Great job to come back. Kendall kind of threw that up in the air, just like he was just throwing something straight up in the sky. I didn't quite understand it, but a great job for Holland to come back, and it's the first down.
So that's a great job there from the receiver there for the Jaguars, picking up another GWHuxinsurance.com first down as the Jaguars yet again are threatening to score against this Vikings defense. Kendall's going to take the snap. He's going to give that one to Najee Newsom as he pushes to the left side of the field, and he's going to drive forward. Trucker man waiting for the signal here to see if he got in, and he does get in, bringing us to another touchdown for the Jaguars.
And right there, Najee Newsom, one of the most versatile kids I've seen in every sport I've seen. versatile athlete right there, able to get the yards, lower the boom at the goal line right there.
So loaded the truck stick there. He's using the right analog stick
there
on
you
Madden
go.
for that
there you
one.
go.
So
there you go. What is it? L1?
it's the right analog stick. Push that stick up, and he pushed it up on him that time and trucks a man into the end zone for another touchdown, bringing our score to 20-0 right now with 6 minutes and 4 seconds left to go on the board in this first quarter. And Jaguars line up again for the 2-point conversion. This handoff is going to go again here to Najee Newsom, but he's going to be stopped shy this time. So 2 consecutive 2-point conversion attempts stopped by the Vikings defense.
And I just wanted to, shout out you on the Madden reference right there. you can tell you still play Madden.
Oh yeah.
See, there you go. He still plays Madden.
We're on the Madden 20 this year. So.
But look, I just back to the game. It's 6 minutes left in the first quarter, and it's 20-0. The Jags haven't been on their side of the field yet. They've been on the 50 and above on the Vikings side of the field. They're gonna have to do something right now, or this could get very ugly very fast.
So we line up again for another Gibbons Insurance of Vernon Rapids kickoff, as the Jaguars have put up a very quick 20-0 lead against this Vikings team, young Vikings team, like you said before, Coach D. Another onside kick attempt. This one's going to be caught and smartly gotten down on there by the Vikings player.
And that was right there. They took 55 out, number 30, Raekwon Richardson, my former player from the David Middle School. Actually, he was able to get in there and able to fall down in it right there. So great job right there. They're getting great field position to get the ball, but they have to get something going offensively.
So they haven't been able to muster any kind of offense here. And the Vikings haven't seen any positive yardage yet.
And they're gonna and anything positive right now is good, because it's, if a first down is good, just something, anything good right now, it would be great for these guys. So let's see what happens.
We have wishbone formation here, different formation here for the Vikings. Wishbone formation with Squire still in the center. So he takes this snap. He's going to hand it off to Andrew. Andrew's going to push to the right side of the field, but another loss on the play. But we do have a flag on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding. It's going to be a holding penalty, and I believe that might be on the Vikings.
So a holding call here against the Vikings is going to set them back in territory that they don't need to be in, but they're not unfamiliar to so far in this game.
Holding call on the Vikings. Penalty is declined. Second down.
And I got a quick score update. At the end of the first quarter, Rocky Mount Prep is up 6-0 over the Weldon Chargers. They're playing down there in Rocky Mount.
So the Weldon Chargers traveling tonight. Same here for the Vikings, as they're here on the field right now facing a 20-0 deficit. And this is going to be a second and about 17 on the board for them, coming out in another wishbone formation. As Brady Squire takes the snap, he's going to keep this one himself. Look down the field, and that was going to be pushed out of bounds, incomplete.
Did they give him a catch? No, okay, so incomplete pass right there. But what we're seeing Birdie, is nothing really drop back, 3-step, 5-step, as you teach your guys. He's basically rolling everything to the right, trying to get something out in space right there. Eventually, you might just have to drop back something quick to your tight end or something to generate positive plays right now, because with every incomplete pass or with that right there, the clock stops. And guess what? You're going to give the Jags another chance to score another touchdown while we're still in the first quarter.
So we have a third and still 17 here to go for the Vikings, as they need a big play here to get to the first down marker and keep their offense on the field. Wishbone formation here for the Vikings. Squire takes a snap. He's going to look to the right side of the field, and he misses a man on the tackle, but his pass is thrown incomplete just over the head of Mr. Andrew on that one.
And what you saw the athleticism of Birdie Squire right there, able to bounce outside. Najee Newsom kind of hanging on to him, able to get it. He looked too much on the pass, and if he just drops it in there, that man walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
So another quick stoppage here for the Vikings offense, as they're not able to muster up anything going into this game so far. And on this 4th and 17 attempt, what do you see? You see the Vikings going for it, or?
At this point right now, you might have to. You might have to. But I tell you what, if they're gonna punt it, yeah, they're gonna punt it because Raekwon Richardson is an excellent punter. So they're gonna punt it right there. You better be ready because look who's back there, Najee Newsome.
And Najee Newsome already has an interception in this play, looking to add a punt return touchdown here, as this kick is going to be high but short down the middle of the field. And it's going to roll back into Jaguars territory. And a bad play there from Brady Squire, not stopping that ball as it rolled backwards.
Yeah, I was kind of questioning that too. I think we were both kind of looking to see, he let the ball come forward right there. But, another play right there. You got 5 minutes, 12 seconds left on the clock. So what the Jags are looking to punch another one in right now. And this could, like I said, the game is kind of breaking open right now. And this could kind of be the straw that broke the camel's back right here if they're able to score.
But if the Vikings defense here able to get a stop, that gives their defense that momentum, and hopefully it'll carry over to their offense as the Jaguars come back out. They're going to take this snap, and that was going to go to Samaje Mitchell as he rushes up the field with blockers in front of him, room to run as he's still on his feet, going towards the left side of the field, still marching down the field, and he's going to be brought down after a big gain on that play.
And that was DeAndre Boone with the touchdown saving tackle. But let me tell you something. All you saw was him running behind teal shirts right there. He looked like Zeke Elliott. Running behind that line, and I don't use a Cowboy reference very much because I don't like the Cowboys. But anyway, that was a great run right there by Mitchell.
So great run and even better blocking there by the Jaguars offensive line there as they pick up another first down that's brought to you by GWHucksinsurance.com. The Jaguars line up again here. Pro set formation. That was going to go off to Mr. Eric Robinson as he goes to the right side of the field. Still on his feet, makes a man miss, and he's going to go in for the touchdown.
As I stated before, when he's healthy, top 2 player in the area, and he is showing you right now what he is right now, because he's been suffering with that knee, he's been suffering with that ankle, but he told me, he said he's getting back to where he needs to be, and what you see is what he just did right there.
So another big run there by a Jaguars running back, and that one marching in for the touchdown, bringing out the 2-point conversion attempt yet again for the Jaguars. And his homecoming crowd starting to make more noise as their Jaguars are dominating on the field right now. Kendall takes the snap. He's going to hand this one straight out the middle, and he's going to be
Mitchell, 2 points is good.
He's going to be in for a 2-point conversion. And down there on that goal line, seemed like he was almost down, but able to muster up some strength to get inside.
And like I said, what I'm looking at the body language of the Vikings. Are we going to hold our heads down, or are we going to keep playing? You got to keep coaching. For the coaches, you got to keep coaching the players. You got to keep playing because these are learning experiences, not only for the football field, but for life. Because if you quit now, you'll quit later on in life, and we don't want our student athletes to do that.
And the Jaguars here lining up for another kickoff brought to you by Givens Insurance of Roanoke Rapids, your nationwide insurance agent. As they've built up a really big lead over this Vikings team for their homecoming night and for their homecoming fans. You see an onside kick attempt here coming again, Coach D.
Right to number 30. And they brought a man up to help.
So that one's going to go straight to 30, and he's going to get down on that one this time.
So, as we see, they're going to kick it. They're going to kick it every time, and I'm glad the coaches were able to recognize that and put Raekwon Richardson right there and able to get it. Honestly, let's be honest, that's the only positive plays they've had all night right here. All night, the onside kicks are the only really positive plays. But just got to keep playing. Let's get 1 first down. Let's get 5 yards, and let's keep moving. 1 play at a time.
So anytime you can get the sticks to move in in the direction forward, it's going to be some positive momentum there for your offense. And as we have a quick moment right now, we'd like to thank our local business partners who help promote us here at BigSportsNC.com. I want to thank White Motors Inc. of Roanoke Rapids, Center for Energy Education, GW Hucks Insurance, and the Copy Center of Roanoke Rapids. Thank you guys for all your support and everything you do for us here at the Big Sports Network. As the Vikings come back on the field, not having positive yardage go their way at all in this first quarter. But looking to change that here in the shotgun formation. Squire's going to take the snap. He's going to take this to the right side of the field. He's going to look to pass, but he's just going to smartly go out of bounds on that play.
He's 7 yards deep. He's rolling to his right, and the back right there has to block that man coming up. He's got a free shot right at him every single time. And I'm telling you, if they don't find something quick, Birdie Squire won't bode well for Birdie Squire. And he's a great kid, a great athlete, phenomenal athlete, great kid. But you got to find some blocking for the kid so he can make a play.
I'm actually glad you brought up Birdie Squire there, because Coach Hargrove, talking to him earlier, he talked about this guy's leadership and his progress in becoming a better leader for this team as he made the transition earlier in the season from quarterback to wideout. But just coming into this game, they saw a lot of things that they liked from him so far, and looking for him to carry this through the rest of this game with about 4 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Shotgun formation again for the Vikings.
I got a quick score update. The Weldon Chargers are up now 8-6 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter over Rocky Mount Prep.
So a quick score there for the Chargers puts them at an advantage, but we have the Vikings here in shotgun formation looking to get their first positive yardage of this game. And that's going to be a pass that's going to go short for about no gain.
Yeah, they went back to the original line of scrimmage right there. And as you see, every play, we're rolling right. We're rolling right. And I'm telling my guys, let's once drop back, something quick screen. Let's get some guys in space and see what they can do against Northampton. Northampton has a fast defense, but maybe you can make a play and able to get something. But right now, you have to get something going. And Marquise, we're still in the first quarter.
It's been a long first quarter here as the Jaguars are enjoying themselves this first quarter. They have a big lead over the Vikings. Not so fun for the Vikings, but they're looking to put a change there here on this third and about 11. As the snap is taken there from Brady Squire, he's going to find some room and push forward out of bounds at about the 40-yard line for their first positive yardage of the game.
And I'm going to tell you what, 34 Javante Scott was coming. He was coming like a heat-seeking missile right there. And great job for Brady Squire, able to get some positive yardage right there.
And you see for the first time tonight, the sticks moving for a first down for the Vikings that is going to be brought to you by GWHuxInsurance.com. There's a big run there from Brady Squire, taking the Vikings forward as they look to have a little momentum after that run there, Coach D.
Yeah, great run. That was on a busted play. He was looking to pass the football right there. And Brady Squire, just being the athlete that he is, was able to bounce outside and get a first down.
So it appears the Vikings are coming out in a wishbone formation here. Squire's going to take the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Andrew, and Andrew's going to be brought down quick in the backfield.
Yeah, that was a great job by Najee Newsom coming off the edge right there. They're reading every play right now. They're reading every play, and it's like they're sending a house on every play to see if Northwest can actually block up front. And the young Northwest team is having trouble with the big, more physical Northampton team right now.
And Najee Newsom there coming up big with a big tackle for loss there is going to bring the Vikings to about a 2nd and 15. And again, Najee Newsom making his presence felt here on the defensive side of the ball with the interception and a big tackle there. Wishbone formation again for the Vikings. Squire's going to take the snap. He's going to keep this one himself, go to the right side of the field, makes 2 men miss, still on his feet, makes another man misses. He has room in front of him, pushes forward, Owens still on his feet, going out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
That was great. That was what they needed right there. It took them a while to develop right there. It was a design quarterback run to the right side. He able to make some moves, plant his foot up the ground, and get upfield right now. And guess what? They're right there at the 20 now.
So a little shiftiness there coming from Mr. Birdie Squire, looking like Lamar Jackson on that play.
Yeah, got that Lamar Jackson look right there.
Making the 3-man miss with the nice juke move that's going to put them at the edge of the red zone here. But nonetheless, picking up another GWHuxInsurance.com first down. Yeah, this Vikings offense looking to rumble and tumble their way to a score. Bringing our score here to Still 28-0, but 3 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in this first quarter. While we have a timeout of the field, we're going to go take a break, and this is Big Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Heather with GW Hooks & Company, and I'm here to remind you about the upcoming open enrollment starting November 1st through December 15th. For anyone under the age of 65 that's interested in purchasing health insurance or making a change to your current plan. Remember, open enrollment is only for 6 weeks, so give us a call.
Keeping your office running is more than just pens, paper, and ink. It's about having what you need when you need it. With over 100,000 items available, Lynch's Office Supply is sure to have what you need. And if it's not already in the store, it's usually available in just one day. That's Lynch's Office Supply in Roanoke Rapids. Hometown service, superstore prices.
Welcome back here to the Big Sports Network as the Vikings are at the edge of the 20, right at the 20-yard line, looking to put some points on the board as they face a 28-0 deficit against the Northampton County Jaguars here in Gadsden, North Carolina on the Big Sports Network. Marquise Jones in the booth with Coach D. The Vikings come back onto the field after 2 great big plays from their quarterback, Birdie Squire. We're going to come out in a wildcat formation here with Alex and Andrew looking to receive the snap. Andrew takes the snap. Now he's going to take this for a run as he's going to go nowhere, and he's going to be brought for a loss again by this Jaguars defense.
And I'm questioning what was the play right there, because I don't know if he was looking to pass out there. I believe he had Raekwon Richardson going down. He had Kayvon Burgess right beside him to block, and he kind of tiptoed a little bit right there. I didn't quite understand it, but after a great run by Birdie Squire checks out of the ball game, and did you see the negative yardage right there?
So looking on this second, and we're going to go about 2nd and 17, and another run that's going to go in the opposite direction for the Vikings. This Jaguars defense, after giving up 2 big plays to Birdie Squire, their defense coming out that time for a big loss there on that Vikings offense.
And I got a score update. Halifax Academy is up over Community Christian, 38-6, with a minute left in the first quarter. Superstar running back Eli Harris with a couple of scores already.
The Vikings are going to come out, but we have a early flag on that play. That's going to go against the Vikings on the field.
Yeah, once again, the Vikings of Halifax Academy are up 38-6 over Community Christian. You got a minute left in the first quarter.
You got Birdie Squire back under center here after missing a play. He's going to fumble this one after a bad handoff. The ball is still on the ground. And that was going to be the Jaguars going to recover that one.
And what you see right there, they're trying to run a little cross action right there. Unable to get the handoff properly. Fumble the ball, Northampton takes over.
So another drive ending in a turnover for the Vikings. And if you're the Vikings, you got to be kicking yourself out of all these turnovers. But the Jaguars, their defense is looking pretty stout tonight.
Yeah, they're looking stout, and they're looking to put another one on the board before the end of the first quarter, where we're still in the first quarter.
The clock rolling slow in this first quarter, and still have a minute and 59 seconds left to go on the board. Wishbone formation here for the Jaguars as we have a flag flying in the air. That's going to be a false start.
Yeah, we got a flag right there, as we see. Like I said, a minute, 59 seconds left in the first quarter. A long first quarter. Very long first quarter right there. And they're trying to put up a big number like they did last week. So they're well on their way right now.
And they're going in the opposite direction of putting up another point on the board as they are called there for a false start. They're going to push them back 5 yards and bring them to this 1st and 15 wishbone formation for the Jaguars as Kendall takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Samaj Mitchell. He's looking for room but not going to find it and going to go down for another loss on that play.
So great job right there, and I believe that was Mr. Griffin once again. Yeah, Mr. Darius Griffin. I'm liking this kid right here as a sophomore for the Vikings. Able to get another great tackle right there. He's playing well.
So that's the first time tonight we're able to say Samaj Mitchell with a a miscue on the carry. They're actually going in the wrong direction, setting up the Jaguars for a 2nd and long 22.
Country mile, as we like to say on Big Sports. 2nd in the country mile.
As they bring out the wishbone formation again here with Robinson, Mitchell, and Newsom in the backfield. Kendall takes the snap. He's going to keep this one himself, trying to find room to the outside, to the left. He ducks off 2 men, still on his feet. But they're going to mark him down, and I don't know if they should have marked him down. He was still on his feet on that one.
It looked like he was on his feet right there. It looked like he was on his feet, like he caught his balance right there. If he was able to break away from that one right there, we would be talking about that one.
The Vikings there getting a good call there, a good whistle on there for them as they're stopped. Zion Kendall in the backfield once again, bringing up another 3rd and long.
So as the clock is steady to roll, we're up under 40 seconds left in the first quarter. And see if the Jackson get a score together.
We have a 3rd and long here for the Jaguars. Kendall sends a man in motion. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Najee Newsom. He bounces to the left side, has room to run, and blockers in front of him. And he's going to be just shy. Oh, no, he's going to pick up that first down.
Newsom with the carry. First down, Jaguars.
Yeah, he was able to get out of bounds too, so able to get another play.
So at 13 and a half seconds left to go on the board in this first quarter. It's going to be a first down. Big first down there for the Jaguars, brought to you by GWHucksinsurance.com.
And the clock is running.
And the Jaguars looking to get one more play off before the end of the first quarter, as they do, and they hand it off to Samaje Mitchell, who has room to run. That's going to be Eric Robinson with the carry, and that's going to be stopped, pushed out of bounds.
First down, Jaguars.
We're going to send Mr. Justin Hayes on the sideline here for a quick report.
Yeah, as that's the end of the quarter, the score is 28-0 here.
Okay, guys, if ever there was a script to hold form, it's this one. Through 12 minutes, Northampton County's been completely dominant on both sides. Heavy doses of Najee Newsom, Samaje Mitchell, and as you saw to close the quarter, Eric Robinson. Across the way, there's just not a lot of life. Coaches are encouraging kids to fight the good fight, but between snaps, there's a lot of silence. Coach, I guess my only question is, how much longer do you run Eric Robinson? Back to you.
As he brings up a good question, and we're going to get back to that here on the Big Sports Network.
Hey, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you looking for a new career? Do you have too much month at the end of the money? Well, come join our team at One Heart Insurance Group. We represent the #1 final expense company in the nation. Come learn how you can earn $500 a day. Learn how you can qualify for health and dental benefits. You're not licensed? Not a problem. Classes start as early as next week, and tuition assistance is available. We have many sales positions available in areas of North Carolina and Virginia. Your future is just a beat away. One Heart Insurance.
And welcome back to the second quarter here as the Northwest Halifax Vikings are facing a 28-0 deficit against the Northampton County Jaguars. As the Jaguars line up for another 1st and 10 here after picking up a big run there from Eric Robinson. This snap is going to go to Zion Kendall. He's going to look to pass.
And
he's going to pass it deep down the field. Has a man, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown. But we do have a penalty flag on the field.
And that's going to go against DeAndre Brown, number 4. He went and grabbed Holland as he was going into the end zone. So that penalty is going to be negated right there. Touchdown pass by Zion Kendall. Zion Kendall trying to show a little touch tonight.
So Zion Kendall showing what he can do tonight for this homecoming crowd as they jump out to a huge lead here against the Vikings, but still having that goose egg on the board, facing a 2-point conversion attempt here early on in this second quarter.
I'm gonna tell you what, I've been on the side of Northwest with some tough losses. Right now, like I said, you got to coach. You got to continue to coach right now.
And Zion Kendall brings his Jaguar team back again, and he's going to hand this one off straight down the middle to Samaje Mitchell. And waiting for the call here. Did he get in? He did get in for the 2-point conversion for the Jaguars. bringing our current score down to 36-0 Jaguars over the Vikings.
And I'll tell you this, I'll put it out there. Spoke with some Northampton people. They basically said they wanted to play their JV guys in the second quarter. That's what they said. They said, Coach D, we want our JV guys to get a little taste of this Friday night action. And it's 36-0 with still basically 12 minutes, a little under 12 minutes left in the second quarter. It might come to form.
The Jaguars looking to run away with this one as they march out to this 38-0 lead, and they're looking like they're going to have the opportunity to play these JV players that they were talking about it with you, Coach D, as they line up again for another kickoff attempt brought to you by Gibbons Insurance of Roanoke Rapids, your nationwide insurance agent. As they prepare, I believe they're going to go for the onside kick attempt here yet again.
And Coach P accepted that pass interference, so actually it's going to push the Vikings back even further.
So we have the whistle blowing. We do have an onside kick attempt, and that was going to be muffed again. Ball is free.
And the Jags recover right now.
That's going to be recovered for the Jaguars. So
yeah, Tamaje Howe right there with the recovery. And I believe he's a JV guy right here. So you can see the JV guys are getting some run right now, Marquis.
So early on, like you said, Coach G, they're bringing out the JV guys quick as they recover that one. The onside kick attempt is successful. And this Vikings defense and offense and special teams putting themselves in a big hole.
And like Justin said, how long do you stay with your top guns? How long do you stay with those guys? You know, they've come. All of them are coming off some kind of injury this year. You don't want anything kind of crazy to happen right there. But I guarantee you, they're looking to punch maybe 2 more scores in, and then maybe we might see the JV guys full time.
As we do see the running back trio still on the field, and Zion Kendall still on the field. This handoff is going to go to Samaje Mitchell up the middle. He makes 3-man miss, and he pushes the power forward. And he's going to be marked. They're going to give him the yardage for a first down. It looked like he picked up enough on that one. But they're going to call him short, 2 yards short on that one. So brings up a second and about 2 for the Jaguars.
So another great run by Samaje Mitchell. Another great kid, another great back that's in the area that just been glad to see the past couple of years, doing great for him.
Kendall takes this snap. He's going to hand that one off to Samaje Mitchell yet again as he's still on his feet. Hurdles a man, and he's going to be pushed down.
Right at the
first down, Jaguars.
Not quite, about the 5-yard line right there.
At the 5-yard line there, but another first down, another GWHucksinsurance.com first down for this Jaguars offense.
Shout out to GW Hucks Insurance. They're getting a lot of love tonight.
They're getting a lot of love tonight coming from this Jaguars offense. As Kendall brings his Jaguars up yet again at the edge of the end zone at the 5-yard line, looking to push yet another score onto the board. As he takes a snap, he's going to hand that one off to Samaje Mitchell. He's going to carry a man into the end zone for the touchdown for the Jaguars. Yet again, another score, Coach Z.
It's starting to get a little bad, and you don't want to, you want to be upbeat about it, but let's be honest, Northampton is a superior team to Northwest right now. So the main thing, like you said, we got to continue to coach, but also too, your JV guys and your other guys come in, do they take the foot off the gas? No, I don't think so.
I don't think they take the foot off, but as 2-point conversion is going to be stopped again, but we have a flag on that one.
Flag on conversion.
But like you said, Coach D, I don't think if you bring in your JV guys, let them give the opportunity to see what they can do. They're trying to make a name for themselves.
Exactly, and another thing too, they'll be the guys next year because Northampton loses a ton of guys that you see on the field right now. Those guys will be moving on, so those JV guys will be here for Friday night, so they get a chance to play up under the lights.
Especially on a homecoming night, and the JV guys getting the opportunity to have their names called. It's going to be big for them. And just going back to last week, speaking of JV players, the JV players of the Roanoke Rapids, the 10 players that stepped in the place of their injured starters who had a great performance in a loss. But again, JV players this week going to get their name called as the Jaguars have a huge lead over the Vikings. And
speaking of that, when you were talking about it, I got a name to mention, Wayne Wilkins Jr. Let me tell you something. That kid is phenomenal. That kid is phenomenal. He's a guy. He's a multiple sport athlete. He's a guy that you want to watch out for in the next couple of years. Great job by those young guys last week, too.
As the Jaguars line up yet again, I feel like I just said that less than 10 seconds ago, as they line up again for another kickoff brought to you by Givens Insurance of Running Rapids. And that's another onside kick attempt, but that one didn't go the 10 yards it needed to.
Yeah, and they were ready. As you saw before the ball even got there, there were like 7 guys right there on number 30, Raekwon Richardson right there.
And while we're showing a lot of love to Givens Insurance and GW Hugs, we also want to show some more love to our other sponsors. We have Red Sports Graphics and Screen Printing, Nissan of Running Rapids, Halifax Works Healthcare Express, and there it is again, Givens Insurance of Running Rapids, your nationwide insurance agent. We love to thank our local sponsors here at the Big Sports Network, and we just appreciate you for everything you do for us here. The Jaguars line up yet again for another kickoff attempt after the penalty on that one. That's going to push back their kickoff attempt. Onside kick here, and that one's going to be brought down there by the Vikings and smartly brought down and just get on the ground with that one.
Yeah, and we've called Raekwon Richardson's name out a lot. They're kicking right to him, and they were also kicking the number 55 as well for the Vikings, which as we try to sort out through it. But nevertheless, look, it's still almost 11 minutes left in the second quarter. It is 42-0. This has been a long game, and that clock is running. They're gonna try to get this clock going to kind of get these guys moving a little bit. But I'm gonna tell you, what happens right now. All you can do right now, take one play at a time. Take one play at a time. You know, I can't stress it enough, because the mentality of the kids, and I say this generation right here, the mentality is, you know, when something gets hard, we want to step back or we want to quit. We can't be like that. We can't allow these kids to be like that.
Because we have a timeout here. That's going to be a timeout there for the Vikings, and a timeout brought to you by Ren Sports Graphics. As we're going to look at the Jaguars here, bring out the huddle, and just talk some more things over on the defensive side of the ball. But for these guys who perform so well on the defense, well, I mean, what else can you say if you're Coach P?
You're just telling you guys to keep playing.
As guys prepare to come back out and keep playing in the second quarter, we're going to take a break here, and this is the Big Sports Network.
Hey, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you looking for a new career? Do you have too much month at the end of the money? Well, come join our team at One Heart Insurance Group. We represent the #1 final expense company in the nation. Come learn how you can earn $500 a day. Learn how you can qualify for health and dental benefits. You're not licensed? Not a problem. Classes start as early as next week, and tuition assistance is available. We have many sales positions available in areas of North Carolina and Virginia. Your future is just a beat away. One Heart Insurance.
Well, for y'all? Did 1 week?
And we're back here in the second quarter of action, with 10 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in this second quarter, as the Vikings march back on the field with facing a first down and 10 against a 42-0 deficit, with the defense of the Jaguars that's just been stopping them in all areas so far throughout this game. Shotgun formation here for the Vikings. Flag on the field here.
And I think they have too many. Now they're going to pick up the flag.
They're going to pick up the flag on that one. Refs thought they saw an extra man there for the Vikings, but the Vikings have what they need as they prepare for this 1st and 10 attempt here. Low snap here going to Andrews. He takes the carry. He's going to go down in the backfield for a loss of about 3 on the play.
Two things, Marquise, and I don't want to be the sour guy of the bunch. Bertie Squire's not entered back into the ball game. Questions on that, and they're running Andrew with that same play, trying to run him to the outside, and there's no blocking up front.
So Andrew, he's going to take this snap, but it's going to be a switch down the middle of the field, and that's going to be dragged out of bounds for about a pickup there on 2 on that play. Actually, more than that. It was going to be about 6 on the play there for the Vikings.
right there. So a great run right there. That was a Marion Brown on the run right there. Able to get positive yards. Nevertheless, whether it's 3, 5, or 7, positive yards.
And he started so far behind the line of scrimmage and actually picking up 2 yards after the line of scrimmage there, bringing us to about a 3rd and 8 attempt for the Vikings. As Andrew is still in shotgun formation. He's looked the pass, but he's not looking right beside him. He's going to go down for a sack.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you. For one, you know, and I teach my own son this. When you're dropping back, you better have your grip right. He was fumbling with the football as he was dropping back, and he was looking one way. You got to drop back and you got to be able to see the whole field. And Samaje Mitchell and those guys were coming right there. You gotta figure out a way. And for one, the snap is so deep that he's about almost 7 to 8 yards deep right there. So they're already behind the sticks if you can see it right now.
And while looking down the field for the pass, he didn't feel that pressure coming there from the Jaguars defense and went down for another loss on that one, but brings up a 4th and about 14. As Andrew's going to take the snap. He's looking to pass. He's going to pass it down the right side of the field, and that pass will be knocked down, broken up by the Jaguars defense yet again.
And we got another score update. At halftime, Weldon is up 8-6 over Rocky Mount Prep. 8-6 over Rocky Mount Prep.
And that deflection there coming from Jonas Bethley. And we're calling a lot of names on this Jaguars defense tonight as they've just been all over the place with interceptions and fumbles that has their offense coming back on the field right now. Looking to put some more points in and just kind of just run up the scoreboard now against this Vikings defense. And they've been having their way all night.
Yes, they have. And you see Samaje Mitchell is now out of the ball game right now. You still have Zion Kendall in the ball game. Now we see entering David Taylor. David Taylor, good guy, the 4 Down Show. David Taylor's into the ball game. And also Javante Scott. And you have Mr. Jeremiah Johnson into the ball game too.
Wishbone formation here for the Jaguars with Kendall still on the field. Fumble snap here, but Kendall gets it. And he's going to just go down. He's standing on his feet. He makes 3-man miss. And he says a lot of running room that looks like this one could go all the way. 1 man to miss, and he's not going to get him as the Jaguars score again for another touchdown. And there, Zion Kendall, play of the game for me on that one.
How did he do that? He fumbles the snap. He picks it up, runs the one way, sees white shirts, able to plant his foot, get upfield. And when I saw him broke past that first level house, that's why I said, oh, my God, he's gone. I know the speed.
After making about 5 or 6 men miss after the fumble snap, he takes it all the way for a touchdown that brings us to 48-0. Looking to make it 50-0 with this 2-point conversion coming out as David Taylor and Javante Scott are on the field now for the Jaguars. So he takes the snap, and this one's going to be handed off to David Taylor. He's going to go in untouched for the 2-point conversion.
Right there. So you see it, and we actually had a switch at quarterback. That was the JV quarterback has checked into the ball game.
And there's one of those JV guys that you talked about, Coach D, that he's going to get, that's his first rep of the night, and it went in for a 2-point conversion off the carry from David Taylor.
That was Javante Fauntleroy, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, so he's checked into the ball. And so now you're seeing, as I stated, they told me the JV guys wanted to get some run in the second quarter, and they got it right there. So the quarterback in. So that might be the end of the night for Zion Kendall.
And after that run there, I wouldn't blame Coach P for taking him out and just letting him rest for the rest of this game after a big run, a great spectacular highlight play there from Zion Kendall. As the Jaguars line up again for another kickoff brought to you by Gibbons Insurance of Running Rapids.
And there's the ball off.
And there goes the onside kick attempt, and we have a flag on the field. Not sure if that one went the 10 yards that it needed to.
So, yeah, that's gonna be against Northampton.
Northampton actually got on that one and recovered it, but the penalty there is going to make them re-kick it here and negate their fumble recovery. And a fumble recovery that would have just probably sent the Vikings on the bus there after.
Yeah, they might be halfway there right now, Marquise. Just saying. It's a long ride up 48 in the dark road back to the high school.
So the Jaguars line up again for another kickoff attempt here after the penalty on that one. We have a late Viking running out onto the field. This is going to be a kick down the middle of the field, long kick, the first long kick of the night for the Jaguars as it's picked up by Birdie Squire. He's going to march it out to about the 35-yard line on that one.
Yeah, Birdie Squire got the ball and got out of the way.
But there was another flag on the play. Looking to see who this one's against.
So that's going to be on Northwest.
And that's going to push the Vikings back even further as their offense hasn't got much, hasn't gotten anything going tonight.
Well,
we can't say much anymore.
You've seen basically a couple of runs by Birdie Squire. Other than that, it's been negative yardage. 2 interceptions, one by Najee Newsom, and the other one I believe that was maybe Zion Kendall with the other interception. But what you've seen a dominant performance by Northampton. They're healthy. They're sitting there ready to go. And Northwest, like I stated in the keys of the game, this is a learning experience. They're trying to come off a big win. They've had a win, their first win of the season. So they're trying to build to next year and the years ahead. So, like I said, this is a learning experience, basically, Marquise.
And after the Vikings come out, after putting up 50-plus points last week against Columbia, they're having the Jaguars threatening to do the same thing against them as they have 50 on the board. With Birdie Squire back into the ball game for the Vikings. And we don't know if that was maybe a little injury there or something that held him out a couple of plays, but he's back on the field in shotgun formation. He takes the snap. He's going to hand this one off straight up the middle, but that's going to go again for another loss. Well, he may have gotten, no, that's going to be a loss there for about a yard on that play for.
And what I'm looking for any kind of consistency out of the Vikings on offense. We've seen multiple formations. We've seen the double wing. We've seen the single back. We've seen them go 2 and 3 wide. We've seen them go to the I formation. But what is your bread and butter? You need positive yardage. Give me the formation. Give me the play that's going to get you positive yardage.
As the Vikings look to bring that out here on a 2nd and 11. With about 5 minutes and 52 seconds left to go until homecoming festivities for the Jaguars at halftime. As Birdie Squire prepares to take the snap in shotgun formation. He receives it here, he drops back. He's going to throw a pass to the left side of the field. It's going to be a one-handed catch by his Vikings receiver as he marches down the field, and he's still on his feet but pushed out of bounds, and a spectacular catch there coming from the Vikings.
Yeah, right there. Hey, Birdie Squad, short passing game. Get something short, let your athletes get out in space. And that was Andrew able to get the one-handed catch, and I thought he was going to break it, but David Taylor right there playing safety, able to knock him out of bounds.
And after a pass that looked to seem like it was going too far in front of his receiver, he's able to get it back, and we're going to go to Mr. Justin Hayes real quick.
Guys,
on the
I'm
field.
sure you saw it on the last Northampton County touchdown play that kind of just typified the evening to this point. Zion Kendall bobbles the exchange, discombobulates the line of scrimmage just enough for him to trot 55 yards to the house. David Taylor converts there, and I would really look for more of him in the second half, spelling Robinson, Mitchell, Newsom, and maybe getting him some snaps for what could be increased activity in the playoffs. Back to you guys.
We thank you, Justin, for your sideline reporting there as the Vikings there able to get back to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to be marked about 2 yards shy in the opposite direction of the line of scrimmage as they have a loss there on that play.
And one of the names that we forget about David Taylor. David Taylor was an all-area player for the Roanoke Rapids Yellow Jackets last year. And he's came over. This is what makes Northampton very dangerous because they have 4 or 5, maybe 6 guys they can throw back there and able to run the football effectively. So as Justin was saying, look for David Taylor and look for Javante Scott to possibly get some carries in this second half. But we still in the second quarter right now.
As we have the Vikings coming out in this shotgun formation with Birdie Squire facing a 2nd and about 12. As he drops back to pass, he's going to throw this one short, but it's going to be caught for about a 7-yard gain on the play. But we're going to see what these 2 flags on the field are about as the refs prepare to talk it over a little bit.
And what you see, as you see, 2 completed passes, short passing game, something quick. What is your bread and butter? What works for you? You know, let's get out of all the different multiple formations. Let's get in one formation. Let's do what we do. And you see the quick passing game working. You see he has a connection with Mr. Andrew right there.
And the Vikings and the refs still conversing a little bit over the call, but it looks like they're backing the Vikings up, indicating that the penalty was going to go on the Vikings. Is after a big throw and catch to Alexander Andrew, the Vikings are going back in the opposite direction, facing a 2nd and about 15 on the play. Squire takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw this one deep down the left side of the field. Has a man, but it's going to be incomplete. And it looked like 2 Jaguars defenders that had an opportunity to pick that one off.
And I'm going to tell you what, you had David Taylor right there. And also you had the 4 downs with Coach D Show defensive MVP from last year, Zion Kendall, right there. And they look like, I thought David Taylor had his hands on it, but great job right there. And they're looking like they're trying to force, I believe that was Andrew they were trying to throw the ball to right there. He's trying to find something deep right now.
So yet another 3rd and long here for this Vikings offense after a big highlight play. They're trying to get something on the board as they face a 50-0 deficit in the 2nd quarter with about 2 minutes left to go. Shotgun formation here for Squire and the Vikings. As Squire looks over the field, looks at his men, he takes the snap, and this is going to be another penalty here, and that looks like it may be on the Vikings.
Yeah. And what they saw the defensive line shifting right there. They were kind of shifting in the gaps right there. And when they saw the shifting, the guys moved a little bit right there. That's a young, inexperienced move right there. But great job by the Jaguars. And they're steady. See, after the big play, they're steady kind of pushing those guys back.
So even like you said, Coach G, after the big play there from the Vikings, and they haven't had any positive yardage since that big play, bringing up a 3rd and extra long here, about 22.
Country mile.
Shotgun formation here. Squire's going to keep this one himself. He has some room to run out to the sideline, and he's going to go to about the 46-yard line on that one.
And what you're seeing out of the quarterbacks, these design quarterback runs are not kind of working. These guys are losing yardage on every single design play right now. I think that quick passing game was something. Just stay with it. Whatever works, if it don't broke, don't try to fix it. So you got to stay with it. But the clock is running, and I believe this is 4th down, so it might be the last play.
So 4th down here as the clock approaches 30 seconds to go here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings are going to take one more snap here to try to end this 2nd quarter. And in this first half that's been very punishing to them on the scoreboard, facing a 50-0 deficit. Squire takes the snap. He's going to fake the pass here and going to keep it himself. Tries to find room to the left side of the field, but finds nothing as he's pushed out of bounds, which is going to be the last play of the 2nd quarter and the first half of this game for the Jaguars. So real quick, Coach D, the Jaguars, these guys have 50 points on the board. Your defense has been rolling. Your offense has been rolling. If you're Coach P right now, what are you saying and going into this break?
You're looking for some kind of momentum to get you guys going. You have a big game next week against the Kill Pride, and also too, the main thing you want to keep your guys healthy. That's the main thing. You want to keep your guys healthy. So mainly, you're telling you guys, hey, look, you've had a good first half. Let's keep it going. So if the JV guys are able to get there, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going right there.
And the Jaguars, like you said, just want to keep this momentum rolling as they definitely have it on their side with this big lead over the Vikings. And if you're the Vikings, Coach Hargrove talking to him, he just wanted his guys to continue to fight. That's what we talked about earlier on. These guys have faced a couple of losses where they had their resiliency and they didn't show to give up. And they're going to have to keep this energy going into another half of football for them.
And I'll say this, like I stated, it's a young team, and we have to basically, look at it. This is basically a JV roster. This is a JV roster playing varsity football. So that with that being said, With that being said, I'm going to go to Justin.
Guys, I don't know what you say about this. Northampton County's up 50-0. Tremendous chirping going on the northwest sideline. Players, coaches, any and everybody. And we're going to hold up down here in the end zone, but have decided to retreat to the locker room for the homecoming festivities. And I don't know what you do other than continue to coach up, encourage kids to play hard,
Good evening.
live to fight another down. Back to you guys.
We thank you again, Mr. Hayes, for his sideline reporting as the homecoming festivities are underway here in Northampton County with the Jaguars up big over the Vikings. This is the Big Sports Network.
Libby was rescued from a contract testing organization known as Professional Laboratory and Research Services as a result of a PETA undercover investigation. 2 weeks after we brought the investigator out and released the footage she had taken to the public, it was so horrendous that the laboratory shut its doors and released all 250 dogs and cats they had been abusing. When I think about how Libby was treated inside that laboratory, it breaks my heart. She's been tattooed inside her ear with a series of letters and numbers, which was her identification inside the laboratory. Of course, she had no name.
Come visit the Center for Energy Education, where children and adults can learn about clean energy in a fun environment. The center has indoor-outdoor classrooms and offers a wide variety of activities ranging from Gardening 101 to line dance. Come visit the center where we teach clean energy, clean earth, and healthy living. See what fun things we have to offer at the Center for Energy Education.
Tradition, leadership, community, serving over 3,000 student athletes hailing from historically black colleges and universities. We are the CIAA, established in 1912, the first African-American collegiate conference in the U.S., the third highest ranked NCAA basketball tournament in the nation. It's more than a game. Each year we raise over $1.5 million to support our athletes and impact our communities. That's the CIAA tradition. Come live the legacy.
Ooh, Brad, check it out.
There's a variety of pairs.
This could be a song about home insurance.
Oh, with Nationwide, you can save up to 20% by bundling your home and auto insurance.
Bundling home and auto. 2 songs in one. What do you call that, a crossover?
No, it's more of a mashup.
Yeah, mashup. You see, that's why we're a great band.
We're not a band.
Yes, we are. We are a band. I am in a band.
You don't have time to get sick and you don't plan on getting hurt. Despite your best efforts, germs are shared and accidents happen, and usually at the worst possible time. But Halifax Works Healthcare Express is here to help. We're open 6 days a week, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Let us help you get back in the game, back to your family, and back to life. Feel better faster at Halifax Works Healthcare Express.
Historically, black colleges and universities around the country are known for producing some of the best talent to come through the college ranks and on to the National Football League. What many may not know is the fact that those talented student athletes were coached by legendary coaches who not only changed their lives, but helped change the landscape of college football. The Mideastern Athletic Conference is proud to document and showcase some of these football coaching legends, including today's feature on a man who was not only a legend in the HBCU ranks, but he was the first African American to coach football in the ACC. His name is Bill Hayes.
I always knew that I wanted to be a football coach. I always knew that I wanted to be in that environment. Being a pioneer in the Atlantic Coast Conference, being the first black coach at Wake Forest University was a pivotal moment in my life. And the thing about it for me was that I was determined that I was going to coach at a high level. And so I took it very seriously because I knew that I had really a whole race of people and a whole generation of coaches behind me. And I know you don't make bargains with God, but I did. And I just asked him to put me in a position to have a chance to compete. So when I got to Winston-Salem Stadium, my first opportunity to be a head football coach, no way I'm going to lose. No way that I'm not going to accept and take that program to a high level. I don't have any regrets for the course that I took when I decided to leave Wake Forest and go the HBCU route, and because I touched so many lives. I used to hang around Jake Gaither and Eddie Robinson and all those great, I wish they were here today because they needed to be celebrated, and they weren't. So I feel very honored and proud that I'm here representing black college football. And I'm representing all the giants that I had an opportunity to be around matriculating through this game of life called football.
Hi, I'm Heather with GW Hooks & Company, and I'm here to remind you about the upcoming open enrollment starting November 1st through December 15th. For anyone under the age of 65 that's interested in purchasing health insurance or making a change to your current plan. Remember, open enrollment is only for 6 weeks, so give us a call.
Keeping your office running is more than just pens, paper, and ink. It's about having what you need when you need it. With over 100,000 items available, Lynch's Office Supply is sure to have what you need. And if it's not already in the store, it's usually available in just one day. That's Lynch's Office Supply in Roanoke Rapids. Hometown service, superstore prices.
Libby was rescued from a contract testing organization known as Professional Laboratory and Research Services as a result of a PETA undercover investigation. 2 weeks after we brought the investigator out and released the footage she had taken to the public, it was so horrendous that the laboratory shut its doors and released all 250 dogs and cats they had been abusing. When I think about how Libby was treated inside that laboratory, it breaks my heart. She's been tattooed inside her ear with a series of letters and numbers, which was her identification inside the laboratory. Of course, she had no name.
on top of it before they do. About every 30 minutes, tipped furniture or a falling TV sends an injured child to the emergency room. Preventing tip-over incidents is easy, inexpensive, and only takes about 5 minutes. Learn how to secure your furniture and TVs to protect children at anchor.gov.
Mr. Softball for Northampton County Early College is...
Don't have time to get sick and you don't plan on getting hurt. Despite your best efforts, germs are shared and accidents happen, and usually at the worst possible time. But Halifax Works Healthcare Express is here to help. We're open 6 days a week, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Let us help you get back in the game, back to your family, and back to life. Feel better faster at Halifax Works Healthcare Express.
Come visit the Center for Energy Education, where children and adults can learn about clean energy in a fun environment. The center has indoor-outdoor classrooms and offers a wide variety of activities ranging from gardening 101 to line dance. Come visit the center where we teach clean energy, clean earth, and healthy living. See what fun things we have to offer at the Center for Energy Education.
Ooh, Brad, check it out.
There's a variety of pairs.
This could be a song about home insurance.
Oh, with Nationwide, you can save up to 20% by bundling your home and auto insurance.
Bundling home and auto. 2 songs in one. What do you call that, a crossover?
No, it's more of a mashup.
Yeah, mashup. You see, that's why we're a great band.
We're not a band.
Yes, we are. We are a band. I am in a band.
Mr. Dante Martin. His favorite song.
This is Steve Burnett with Copy Center, 10 East 10th Street, Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Come on by and see us. We've got the miniature helmets for sale now. We've got the NFL Pro helmets. We've got the college helmets. And we got custom helmets we can do for you. Come by and see us. Get a good deal for your birthday, Christmas, or just for football season. We're at 10 East 10th Street, Roanoke Rapids, or you can like us on Facebook at Copy Center of Roanoke Rapids.
Are you ready for some football? Let our friends at Ren Sports Graphics and Screen Printing design and print your next team's logo. Do you have a 10, 20, or 30-year high school class reunion coming up? Or maybe your church, civic organization, or business needs t-shirts? Contact Randy Wren at Ren Sports Graphics and Screen Printing, located on 10 East 11th Street, Roanoke Rapids, and you can find them on Facebook. Or call 252-673-5491.
Ooh, Brad, check it out.
There's a variety of pairs.
This could be a song about home insurance.
Oh, with Nationwide, you can save up to 20% by bundling your home and auto insurance.
Bundling home and auto. 2 songs in one. What do you call that, a crossover?
No, it's more of a mashup.
Yeah, mashup. You see, that's why we're a great band.
We're not a band.
Yes, we are. We are a band. I am in a band.
Come visit the Center for Energy Education, where children and adults can learn about clean energy in a fun environment. The center has indoor-outdoor classrooms and offers a wide variety of activities ranging from gardening 101 to line dance. Come visit the center where we teach clean energy, clean earth, and healthy living. See what fun things we have to offer at the Center for Energy Education.
Don't have time to get sick and you don't plan on getting hurt. Despite your best efforts, germs are shared and accidents happen, and usually at the worst possible time. But Halifax Works Healthcare Express is here to help. We're open 6 days a week, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Let us help you get back in the game, back to your family, and back to life. Feel better faster at Halifax Works Healthcare Express.
Hello sports fans, my name is Sean Robinson, here of Honda of Roanoke Rapids and Nissan of Roanoke Rapids. I want to congratulate all you sports fans for tuning in. Here at Honda of Roanoke Rapids, we're offering great deals as well as at Nissan of Roanoke Rapids. I want you to come on down and see me on Premier Boulevard in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, or hit me up on my website at hondaofrr.com, nissanofrr.com, or hit me personally on my email at srobinson@hvautogroup.com. Come and see me where the great deals are offered. See you here.
Becoming a media announcer. You ready for some football? Let our friends at Ren Sports Graphics and Screen Printing design and print your next team's logo. Do you have a 10, 20, or 30-year high school class reunion coming up? Or maybe your church, civic organization, or business needs t-shirts? Contact Randy Wren at Ren Sports Graphics and Screen Printing, located on 10 East 11th Street, Roanoke Rapids, and you can find them on Facebook or call 252-673-5491.
Hi, I'm Heather with GW Hooks & Company, and I'm here to remind you about the upcoming open enrollment starting November 1st through December 15th. For anyone under the age of 65 that's interested in purchasing health insurance or making a change to your current plan. Remember, open enrollment is only for 6 weeks, so give us a call.
Keeping your office running is more than just pens, paper, and ink. It's about having what you need when you need it. With over 100,000 items available, Lynch's Office Supply is sure to have what you need. And if it's not already in the store, it's usually available in just one day. That's Lynch's Office Supply in Roanoke Rapids. Hometown service, superstore prices.
Welcome back here to the Big Sports Network here in Gaston, North Carolina, as the Northampton County Jaguars have a 50-0 lead over the Northwest Halifax Vikings. And right now on the field, we have homecoming festivities right now for the seniors and the juniors of the Northampton County Jaguars. And now joining us in the booth, previously on the sidelines, Mr. Justin Hayes up in the booth where it's a little bit warmer up here up top. How you doing, Justin?
Doing okay. I can feel my hands now. Appreciate you guys having me.
Well, welcome here to Big Sports Network, and we want to welcome our fans back and welcome our sponsors listening out to us. Welcome y'all back to our coverage here tonight in Gaston, North Carolina. So, Coach D, homecoming festivities right now. Mr. Samaje Mitchell just won Mr. Senior.
Congratulations
for Northampton County.
Congratulations to the young man. Great young man right there. This is just a great thing. It's something that the kids will remember for the rest of their lives. Just proud of all of the people out here. And also too, I just see that's Miss Naija Kide, the point guard for Northampton County. Justin's very, very familiar with her.
Outstanding point guard. Should be back for another excellent year for the lady.
So a lot of the Jaguars athletes out here on the field tonight for the homecoming festivities and winning awards as they win awards on the field and off the field. But going back to the action, we have a 50-0 deficit for the Vikings. And right now going into the second half, I mean, what's your message to the Vikings if you're Coach Hargrove?
Yeah, like I've been stating all night. Big ball game, you're down big. You got to take one play at a time. You need anything positive to use for your guys as motivation. You know, try to win the second half. Don't worry about what's the scoreboard. It's 0-0. 0-0 going to this third quarter. Let's try to win the second half, and let's get on the bus and say, hey, look, we won the second half.
And so as the Vikings actually marching back on the field and receiving those encouraging words from Coach Hargrove, we want to encourage our listeners, encourage our fans to talk to us a little bit tonight. Go to our Facebook and our Instagram and all our social media outlets and just talk to us and give us your comments on tonight's games or any updates or any comments about other games going on in the area tonight. As there's a lot of football action again here on another fabulous football Friday night.
Yes, talk to us, people. talk to us. You know, y'all love to talk to Coach D on any other thing. Come talk to Marquise. Talk to Jay Hayes. Jay Hayes. Hey, Justin, want to ask you quick, too. Any kind of updates we got going on right now in the Valley?
In Wilson, Halifax Academy up big at the break over Community Christian 54-6. That's a forecast that was an easy model for us. Eli Harris leads the state regardless of classification in rushing and scoring touchdowns. Community Christians found the pay dirt twice all season. So we figured that would be an easy W road victory for the Vikings. Just an update from Coach Stewart in Rocky Mount. The Jaguars on the 7 fumble in the end zone. Weldon recovers. So Chargers appear in fine form there with 6:54 left in the third quarter.
So, again, a lot of action here. And as the Chargers have their third quarter action already underway, we're about a minute and 15 seconds from getting our third quarter and our second half of the game going here in Gaston, North Carolina. And, again, we're going to plug in at Hardee's right down the road, looking for the Vikings to – we're going to get off the field here in this second half and going to head towards – just head up just the street a little bit to that Hardee's and grab us something to eat, Coach D.
And Marquise, let's get back to it. You know, every time we get on the air, it always comes back to food. You notice that? We said about the cooking show. We said got a cooking show, but guess what? Guess what, Coach D? Guess what Coach D's doing tomorrow? Coach D is traveling to Raleigh. I'm going to the state fair, people. Going to the state fair. Check. Hey, look. Go to Instagram 4downs Coach D page. Check out what I try to eat tomorrow. What I attempt to eat tomorrow. It's going down, people. It's going down. I'm saving it. It's going down.
Content there you do not want to miss there from Coach D.
What do you think, Justin?
4 downs at the fairground.
4 downs at the fairgrounds,
Sounds
people.
like a winner.
Hashtag. That's what it's doing. It's going down, people.
And it sounds really good there. That's I like the sound of that one there.
I'm telling. Hey, look. You gotta enjoy life. You gotta enjoy life because life is so short and life is so precious. So I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna have a little fun with the kids and my significant other and all that stuff. We're gonna have some fun. But guess what? For the night, I'm gonna be right here watching this second half. And maybe Marquise, maybe we do have to hit up the hardest chicken tenders. I don't know.
We're gonna see if we're able to get these next couple of minutes of action out of the way, these next 2 quarters out of action, then we'll see if we'll be able to hit up that Hardee's. But, again, going back to the state fair, it is in town this weekend. It is in town this weekend. It's in Raleigh, but it is back nonetheless. But for all our listeners and all our sponsors going out, enjoy yourself, have a good time, and be safe.
Be safe. And guess what? Also, too, Elizabeth City's homecoming is this weekend and Shaw University. Marquise is headed to Elizabeth City. I know
I'm definitely going to Elizabeth City.
He's headed to Elizabeth City.
Shout out to all my Vikings out there listening. Viking pride, Viking pride, Viking pride.
Exactly. And with Shaw and Mr. J. Bell's Shaw Bears are having their little homecoming as well. So we're gonna, and also too, just wanna comment. For Mr. Justin Hayes is a Demon Deacon, and this football team is doing phenomenal right now.
Saved last week when we were robbed late, but that's okay. Florida State tomorrow night, 7:30 in Winston.
There you go.
We'll be there.
There you go.
Action in Winston-Salem, North Carolina tomorrow night, but tonight we have action in Gaston, North Carolina as the Vikings here prepare to kick off our second half. Kickoff brought to you by Givens Insurance of Running Rapids, your nationwide insurance agent. As the Vikings defense prepare to come back on the field against this powerful offense of the Jaguars, up 50-0. Homecoming night for the Jaguars as this kickoff, the whistle blows and the kickoff is about to be sent down the field to the Jaguars. Long kick down the middle of the field. Nice kick down the middle of the field going to the Jaguars as it's recovered and picked up. And there's a lot of running room in front of the Jaguars, man, but he's going to be brought down.
Yeah, he's going to be brought down right there. That was by number 88 for the Jags. That's a JV player right there. But a great kick by number 7, Kayvon Burgess, one of the kids I mentioned earlier in the ball game. Great kick right there.
So a great kick there from the Vikings, but it's going to still set the Jaguars up in pretty decent starting territory here as we start to see some different numbers on the field for the Jaguars. Going back to Coach D and your statement earlier, seeing some JV guys come out. It's looking like that time for those guys to get their name called so far.
Yeah, like I stated, I was told that they were trying to get the JV guys in the second quarter, and they've basically done that. After a while, they might have to bring up the middle school kids after a while. So here with the action here, and guess who's coming in at quarterback? Mr. Kwame Pitt is in at quarterback.
So good to see this opportunity here for Kwame Pitt. Your team is up big, but getting a chance on homecoming night to show what you can do. Coming out of the wishbone formation here as he takes a snap, and he's going to pitch this one off to David Taylor. And David Taylor still on his feet, has a Viking on him, and is going to be brought down for about a loss of 1.
Right there, and you see a great run, another run by David Taylor. And like I said, they can go 6-7 deep with their running backs and not lose an inch or anything on offense right now. What you're seeing, you're probably going to see a heavy dose of David Taylor, Javonte Scott, and Jeremiah Johnson this half.
It seemed to be a very generous spotting there of the football for the Jaguars. Is they're going to give them a 2-yard gain on the play. Wishbone formation again. Kwame Pitt under center for the Jaguars as he takes his snap. He's going to give this one off as man is still on his feet, has a lot of running room, makes a man miss, and still on his feet, marching down the field at the 20, makes a move at about the 10, and he's going to go down at the 10-yard line. Javonte Scott with a huge carry there for the Jaguars.
So, Justin, what do you think about that run right there by Javonte Scott?
It's the first time I've seen Mr. Scott, but he doesn't need much daylight to really start cooking. And to your point earlier about David Taylor, I really think it's important that he gets a lot of snaps and a lot of touches here to conclude this ball game. Transferred up the hill from Roanoke Rapids, 6 games in, was a good player for the Jackets last year and will be a very good one for the Jaguars as they close out this campaign. But I think as you are trying to develop a roster 4, 5, 6 deep at one spot, he needs the reps to get a complete understanding of the offense and see what he does here.
As he takes the snap and he's still on his feet, and he's going to be brought down there after a gain, about 2 on the play.
And that's another tackle right there by Mr. Darius Griffin. I'm liking that kid right there. I'm liking his energy, what he's been playing defensively. It doesn't show on the scoreboard, but he's playing hard out there for the Vikings.
And after the big run there by Javonte Scott, it sets the Jaguars up in another red zone opportunity that's going to be brought to you by White Motors Inc. of Roanoke Rapids. The Jaguars and Kwame Pitt now in the center. They open this drive, looking to carry the Jaguars in for another score in the wishbone formation. So he takes a snap, hands this one off, and that one's going to go in short, just shy of the touchdown there.
And Javonte Scott, he's an all-area player defensively. He might be the best. He might be the best tackler I've seen in the Roanoke Valley this year. He is a monster on defense, but he can also spell these guys on offense. As you look down, you see Mitchell, you see Robinson, you see Newsom, you see Holland, you see those guys sitting out there on the bench right there. These guys are getting their chance. They're trying to get some on their stats too.
Like I said, they're going to be able to pad their stats here with 3rd and short, just shy of the end zone. As Pitt takes the snap, and he's going to hand that one straight up the middle for the touchdown from the Jaguars, pushing this score to 56-0. The Jaguars get into the end zone again, and you can hear the crowd excited for yet another score. Touchdown field night on a homecoming night for the Jaguars.
And I don't know if they're excited to score. They were trying to generate heat because it's gotten kind of cool out here, Justin. What do you think?
Very much so, and even more than that on the northwest sideline. Just got to find some fight defensively to close this ball game.
As the 2-point conversion is underway here, and that one's going to go in for the 2-point conversion, bringing our score to 58-0. With about 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter, and a 3rd quarter that's already at 7 minutes, moving a little quicker than what we've seen early on in this game.
Yeah, because that first quarter lasted about 40 minutes. And it was because of the quick scores and a lot of splash plays by Northampton. So Justin, I want to ask you this, your assessment so far. What is one of the things that you think the Jaguars are going to need in order to try to make that run when the playoffs start in a couple weeks?
They look solid and would anticipate form holding through the balance of their schedule. I think they'll conclude the regular season with an 8-3 mark, and then it's all about who they become to begin the playoffs. They've had it their way, to borrow a phrase, for a few years now. Played the first round, second round, third round at home. What do they do if they have to strike up a road identity and take the show elsewhere? That's what I'm keen to see over the next 5 weeks.
The kickoff there is going to be recovered there by Birdie Squire. He's going to take it there for about 8 yards on the carry after bringing that one in. And the Jaguars defense coming out once again, looking to see if there's some JV guys that come out for the defense, as the JV guys on offense is able to do some things recovering the ball.
And I just got another score update. Rocky Mount Prep is up 14-8 in the third quarter over the Weldon Chargers. So 14-8, the Chargers are down in the third quarter.
And looking at this Jaguars, and like you said, Jay Hayes going into the playoffs for the Jaguars with that dominant running back trio, this running back corps that they have, and it's similar to North Edgecombe to me with their powerful running back, and they have a lot of power and speed combinations.
Well, I'll probably get a little hate on this. When they met off, it was only one side that there was only one side of that core running back that came, and that was Mr. Devontae Barnes, number 23 for North Edgecombe. But nevertheless, they're similar, and that could be a possible playoff matchup down the road too as well.
As the Vikings come out with a single back set, as Birdie Squire takes the snap, he's going to pitch this one deep back into their own territory, and that one's going to be brought down for another loss on the play.
And I'll tell you this, how bad the refs are trying to get this thing over with. David Taylor was the 12th man on the field. He just jogged off as the play was going, no flag throw.
It was a casual stroll. Casual stroll.
So the Vikings come out now with 2nd and 17.
And what I'm looking for, like I said, I'm just going to keep preaching and preaching. Any kind of continuity on offense for the Vikings. What can you generate? You've seen the quick passing game work for them when they're able to hit Mr. Andrew. But you gotta give Birdie Squire some time. But also too, you can't hold on to the ball as a quarterback. You gotta get rid of it.
And Birdie Squire shotgun formation. He's going to take the snap. He's going to pass this one to the left side, and that one-handed catch is not reeled in for Mr. Alexon Andrew. And after the successful one-handed catch there, he not able to reel that one in.
And I'll tell you this, if I'm going back to that point, because what you did, you had 2 vertical routes going outside. You tried to hit the inside, dump it off into the flat right there. You had your guy on the outside. He was gone, and the corner on his side, he was beat. All you do is throw it up in the air, and he walks into the end zone. So interesting to see that the coaches see that, and then they go back to that play.
A shotgun formation here, but a flag flies, and that one's going to look like it's going to go against. Let's see which way the ref's going to signal this one.
It's going to be movement on the Vikings. No, actually movement on Northampton. I stand corrected.
So it seemed like the initial ref that pointed through the flag pointed in the direction of the Jaguars. So that one is going to go against the Jaguars and give the Vikings a little positive yardage there that they've been looking for all night. Bringing up 3rd and 11 on this play. Shotgun formation here for Birdie Squire and the Vikings. Squire takes the snap, drops back as he passes down the left side of the field, has a man complete, and that's again Alexon Andrew on the reception. It's going to be another first down for the Vikings.
And as you see what I'm saying, you're running your verticals. The guys are actually beating those corners right now. Now bear in mind, these are JV kids that's out there, but they're beating the corner, so you're able to get a positive play right here. And this is what you need right here. We talked about it all game, positive plays. And I believe that's like the 3rd or 4th positive play they had all game.
And another first down brought to you by GWHuxinsurance.com.
All the love.
Shotgun formation for the Vikings as Birdie Squire, he's going to pass those to the right side of the field, and he's going to have his man caught, and he's still on his feet. And that's going to be another GWHuxinsurance.com first down.
Right there. So a great catch, and that's by Kemonte Sykes. Mr. Sykes with the catch right there. First down. So the Vikings are moving. They're looking to put something on the scoreboard. But I guarantee you the Jags are trying to pitch a shutout.
As this Jags defense is preparing for 1st and 10 attempt here from the Vikings. Brady takes a snap. He looks to the left side of the field. He has a man open, and Andrew still pushing up the field, and he's going to pick up a first down.
Yeah, that's a first down right there. That was actually by number 32 on the run.
Marion Brown on that play.
Yeah, Mr. Brown, Mr. Mook Brown right there with the catch.
You wonder where this was in the first quarter.
Exactly.
The very first snap, Northampton County loaded up the box and essentially dared Northwest to make a move. And you see what happened through the first 24 minutes. Squire actually has some time to survey at the line of scrimmage. He's got some time to move people along the line of scrimmage, and here he is rolling right, throwing down the field.
Going to overthrow that one on that play.
A bit too tall for Markel Arrington.
But what I'm seeing, like you said, where was this in the first half? You know, find your bread and butter, what works for you, and you see the passing game. I don't too much like the rolling out, stand in the pocket, deliver the football. But you know, positive plays, I can't knock that.
So a 2nd and 10 here for the Vikings offense as they look to change that goose egg on the board into some points. Shotgun formation here. The Squire's going to roll out left, and he's going to launch a pass into the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete, but a flag is going to fly.
Yeah, he sidearmed that thing right there, looking like he was coming off the mound for Northwest. The incomplete right there. And speaking of, I got some good news for y'all too. I should put it out there. Put it out there in the air. I have after a lot of debate and a lot of thought, I'm officially coming back for year 2 to defend my conference title for the Weldon Chargers. So hashtag no mercy. So we're going to take a break and we'll be back. Big Sports.
Hi, I'm Heather with GW Hooks & Company, and I'm here to remind you about the upcoming open enrollment starting November 1st through December 15th. For anyone under the age of 65 that's interested in purchasing health insurance or making a change to your current plan. Remember, open enrollment is only for 6 weeks, so give us a call.
Keeping your office running is more than just pens, paper, and ink. It's about having what you need when you need it. With over 100,000 items available, Lynch's Office Supply is sure to have what you need. And if it's not already in the store, it's usually available in just one day. That's Lynch's Office Supply in Roanoke Rapids. Hometown service, superstore prices.
Are you ready for some football? Let our friends at Ren Sports Graphics and Screen Printing design and print your next team's logo. Do you have a 10, 20, or 30-year high school class reunion coming up? Or maybe your church, civic organization, or business needs t-shirts? Contact Randy Wren at Ren Sports Graphics and Screen Printing, located on 10 East 11th Street, Roanoke Rapids, and you can find them on Facebook. Or call 252-673-5491.
Hey, this is Steve Burnett with the Coffee Center, 10 East 10th Street, Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Come on by and see us. We've got the miniature helmets for sale now. We've got the NFL Pro helmets. We've got the college helmets. And we got custom helmets we can do for you. Come by and see us. Get a good deal for your birthdays, Christmas, or just for football season. We're at 10 East 10th Street, Roanoke Rapids, or you can like us on Facebook at Coffee Center of Roanoke Rapids.
So back to the action here tonight at the end. We're starting the fourth quarter as they are throwing footballs to the crowd out here. You got Zion Kendall hurling passes out here to the stands.
We are up here in the booth, Coach D trying to catch a pass. But we're looking for the Vikings here as Squire's going to have his pass tipped. And a great play there, great deflection there from the Jaguars on a deflected pass for the Vikings.
It's just been tough on him all night. Under duress, rolling right, zero throwing platform. It was called the double wing to start. It's looking a lot more like a wing and a prayer here as the game's evolved.
And we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
As the Vikings here, shotgun formation again for Birdie Squire. He's going to take the snap, roll out right again. But he's going to look for a man to the left side down the field, intended for Mr. Alexton Andrew, and it's going to be incomplete, bringing up a third down for the Vikings.
He looked like he had a little time right there, and he kind of rushed his throw. He actually had two guys sitting in the end zone. I believe if your tight end turns around and just sits right there, he's able to complete that pass. And like I said, this is positive things that they need to do. But it's kind of telling, because for one, I'm a Northwest grad. I wore those colors before, so I know what it's like. I know what it's like and the pride it takes. I would love to see some fight.
Squire rolls to the right side of the field, looking to pass. He throws across his body, but a flag flies in the air. As the pass was incomplete in there, as a across the body throw coming there from Mr. Birdie Squire.
So
looking to see what the call is here as the flag flew. This will be a forward pass there by Birdie Squires, so that was going to be on the QB of the Vikings.
So we got another score update right here from Jay Hayes.
Final from my hometown in Wilson, Halifax Academy. 54 Community Christian, 20 Vikings finished the regular season with an 8-1 mark, Coach.
There you have it right there. Superstar running back Eli Harris.
So fourth and long here for the Vikings as they look to convert here and get some kind of points on the board. Big play here in the shotgun for Birdie Squires. He takes a snap, but the flag's going to fly early, and that one that was going to actually go against the Jaguars.
Now, it's time for Coach G to be real about something. Now we're gonna run that play. You're gonna sing your trips to your weak side. While we rolling right into coverage. You know, you got to stand in and take it. Sometimes you just got to stand in and take it right there. You know, you basically move your trips to the short side of the field. You know, so you're taking away. You get out in space. You're trying to outrun David Taylor and two other guys on that end, one person.
As the Vikings here come out for a shorter fourth down attempt here after the penalty on the Jaguars defense. Birdie Squire again in shotgun formation. So he takes a snap. He's going to drop back the pass. He's going to look down the field, launch his pass, and that one's going to be intercepted by the Jaguars. And they're going to run it out to about the 5-yard line. But yet another interception, another turnover for the Jaguars once again. A turnover that is brought to you by the Copy Center of Roanoke Rapids. And Coach D on that one wasn't much there for Brady to do on that one.
Well, he did. He must have heard what I said because he didn't roll right. He kind of stood right there, but held the ball too long. I believe if you get the ball out a little quicker, that's quick passing game right there. You're able to get it. You don't need to get in the end zone to get the first down. You know, so get the 10 yards, but you know, negated plays. And let's see what some of these JV guys can do. Can they drive the ball down field for another score?
As the Jaguars come with Kwame Pitt still under center, wishbone formation here. Takes the snap, and this one's going to be a handoff straight up the middle, marching down the middle of the field, pushing the pile of about 5 Vikings on that one.
And I'm telling you right now, these JV guys are pumping their chests right now. They're feeling good about themselves. They're like, hey, we're on the big stage Friday night, and they're moving the football.
The Jaguars now having their JV players with the opportunity to put on a show against this homecoming crowd. They grew in for a moment, and it still has become almost a packed house here. A lot of fans here as the Jaguar faithful are going to be satisfied with a big win tonight for the Jaguars.
I'll be honest, and we got to stop in the play right here. Let's be honest. Are you really satisfied? Because this is a one-win Northwest team. You took some tough losses against some good teams, Hertford County. You took a tough loss to the conference champion North Edgecombe. And I tell you this, you better be ready next week because Kip is going to come here. This is not your Kip from the past couple years. This is a tough team, and number 50 Jordan Williams is coming.
It'll be an interesting test in what could be a trap scenario for the Jags. Feeling very good about themselves after a landslide win, neighborhood rivalry in a sense, and you're absolutely correct about Kip. Those kids bring the lunch pail every Friday.
And the return of Chris Ward. There's a possibility that the return of Chris Ward. So that's something to look forward to next week as we look ahead. Marquise, and I say this is a good win. This is a good win for the Jags. But are you really satisfied? Are you really satisfied? Can you really say, hey, we beat Northwest?
I think the answer to that question exists next Friday. And again, to your point about Chris Ward, I think the entire Valley would like a chance to see him finish the season on his feet as opposed to in some kind of walking boot or on crutches. He is a dynamic player who can line up all over the field. And if he plays next Friday, Coach Privet and company will have to account for 8. Always
exactly. Because let's be honest, he was ranked number 1, the best player in the Roanoke Valley. Him and Eric Robinson are 1-2. When healthy, they're 1-2 right now.
So looking forward to next week. We have 2 top players in the county facing off. But we have the Vikings here on offense now as Birdie Squire is going to prepare to take this snap out of the shotgun. He rolls out to his right again. He's looking to pass. He's going to launch a pass towards the end zone, but they're going to call that one incomplete on the play.
So we got a quick score update. Score tied 14-14 with 8 minutes to go. The Chargers and the Rocky Mount Prep Jaguars are tied up in the fourth quarter.
While we have a quick stoppage and play again, we want to thank our local business partners for helping us out here at BigSportsNC.com. Have Running Rapids Collision Center, AAA Storage Sheds, Littleton Hardware Store in Littleton, North Carolina, and One Heart Insurance Group at www.the1heartlife.net. As we have Andrew going to be brought down on the play.
Like I said, Northampton County High School West Hurricane classes of 9.
The Vikings have about 4 minutes and 40 seconds to try to get some kind of points on the board.
Yeah, they're trying to get something on the board. On an excess, they've given up close to about almost 50 points a game in all their losses. It's astronomical what they've given up defensively. But like I said, this is basically a JV team that should be playing JV foot on a JV schedule Thursday nights. But this is learning. This is growing pains. This is how they learn. This is how they learn. With all the dissension and the turnover in the past couple of years, can they find a steady way to go and a steady way to build a program back to prominence, which it once was only a few years ago when Coach Stewart was there. So can they find, is Coach Hargrove going to be the guy to lead them there to back to what Viking football is all about?
Coach, my question, the freshman quarterback, Majay Davis, is also going to log time at point guard for Antonio Richardson. He's played really well at times under center for the Vikings. Where's he been?
And you're correct. And we got a fumble on the play.
We have a fumble there
and the big lineman.
For the Jaguars recovering yet another turnover from the Vikings. It's going to be brought to you by the Copy Center of Running Rapids.
Coach, I've got an update for you. Edenton Holmes, 22, Washington County, who turned back Northampton County by 17 earlier in the season. Edenton Holmes 22-3 after one quarter.
And that could be a possible matchup down the road.
It's a good football team, really good football team, Edenton Holmes.
Movement there from the Jaguars, and that's going to go in the opposite direction for the Jaguars, as that appears to be a false start.
And they've gassed up the bus over there. They've got the bus ready to go after this football game. And shout out to my guy over there, Mr. A.J. Jackson, guy we coach with over there with Northwest. His son is a freshman corner on the team. Good to see him out there helping coach the kids.
Wishbone formation here for the Jaguars as they look to run the clock on out on this one.
Here we go.
Javante Scott has room as he pushes the power forward, still pushing forward for a big gain there on that 1st and 15 from Javante Scott.
Actually, I think that's a JV guy. No, that is Javante Scott right there. I stand corrected.
So that's going to bring up second down with 2 minutes rolling here on the clock. And this second half of this game has just been rolling. After what you said, Coach, really long first quarter, you've seen the second half of the game just kind of dwindle on the way.
Yeah, and shout out to a guy just chimed in with me, Mr. Jeffrey Fleming. Coach Fleming has chimed in. He said he's loving what he's hearing from Big Sports. He said he want to audition to get on Big Sports.
As we have, is that Samaje Mitchell on the carry? No, that's going to be number 85 of the Jaguars, another.
Yeah, another carry right there. The clock is winding on down tonight. Nice chilly night here. Here at Homecoming 2019, and as those seniors are realizing could possibly be their final time playing on this field.
And I think it kicks in for them later on tonight once they get home and settle down, looking back over the game after a big win, after a dominating win, and you just think, that was really my last homecoming game. But nonetheless, they go out in style with the victory over the Vikings.
Barring a miraculous comeback.
wishbone formation here. And this snap is going to be taken down the middle of the field. And with that carry coming to a close there, I got to ask you guys, who your Center for Energy Education keys to the game looking at the final?
For me, it's Najee Newsom. Injured early in the year, concussed at North Edgecombe. Comes back and shows to be no worse for the wear. Lays a bruising hit to finish a touchdown run on the far sideline in the first half, and was everywhere in the secondary, causing a lot of problems for Birdie Squire. I know other parts and pieces make significant contributions, but for me, good to see Newsom back in the fold.
I would agree with Newsom as well, but I'll tell you my guy. My good guy, Mr. Eric Robinson. I'm glad to see him out here looking healthy, running the football very effectively. Glad to see him healthy. Glad to see him back out here playing football because that's what he loves to do. So if my player, Eric Robinson, on only a couple of short carries tonight, but able to score twice.
And I'm going to keep the trend going for my key to the game for the guys. Mr. Zion Kendall coming up big with some big defensive plays as well as the big offensive plays for the Jaguars. And, again, showing his talent and his athleticism on another Friday night that comes to an end with the Northampton County Jaguars with a big victory over the Northwest Halifax Vikings, 58-0. And I got to ask you guys for your final thoughts on this game and moving forward for both teams.
Well, guys, I wonder where you go if you're Northwest Halifax. You go to North Edgecombe next week, and you've got to find something that will make you a little more competitive than you were tonight. And for George Privet and company, how do you bottle this win and get ready, as we mentioned earlier, for the neighborhood battle when they skip a few yards down the road to play Kip next week, Coach?
And for Northwest, where the leadership, and I'm gonna go to the coaches. How do you get your guys together to play next week? These guys are taking a beating, but you see some fight and you don't see some fight. So I put it on the feet of Tyrone Hartgrove right now. How do you get your guys together to play another game next week? And for the Northampton, you got 2 big wins against basically the bottom teams in the conference. So now you're going to face the third ranked team in your conference, and they're on a bye. They're on a bye. So they're resting up their guys. So that's going to be a prime time matchup next week. You better believe that game is going to be hard hitting, and there's a lot of talk. And guess what? It's only across the road, only across Old Emporia Road, right across the street.
So after a crushing loss there for the Vikings and a big win for the Northampton County Jaguars, I want to give a special shout out to our producers and to our men backstage with Mr. Ryan Burnett doing this thing, helping us get on air, and Mr. Tyrell Parrish working the cameras. Mr. J. Bell, always a pleasure again to work with him. And joining us tonight, Mr. Justin Hayes, we appreciate your time and welcome to the Big Sports Network. And again, it's Coach D and Marquise Jones, and it's been another great night here for our high school football game of the week with the Jaguars coming away with the victory. This is the Big Sports Network.